back to our channel. It's Matilda and Belinda from My Style Journey, and today we are going to share with you some unique words that we only find in South Africa. We call them South Africanisms.
So apparently in other parts of the world you do not get along like a house on fire.
I think it's all the kindling and things, so it must be good. So,
but if you get along with somebody, you say, "Oh, I get along with them like a house on fire," and it means you get along well.
And then another thing is now, and just now. So not any of those mean I'm going to do it now. It's always later.
Yeah. So in a sentence, your mum will say to you, "Will you please take out the trash?" Or we won't even say trash, we'll say rubbish.
Yes.
"Will you take out the rubbish?" "Okay, I'll do it now." It doesn't mean now. If you say, "I'll do it now," it also doesn't mean now. If you say, "I'll do it just now," it also doesn't mean now.
So never say that. If a South African ever tells you that, just don't expect anything.
They're not going to do anything.
A bakkie is a pickup truck.
Yes.
In other words, or a little truck.
It could be, no, it's a pickup truck.
Kind
it's all of those utility vehicles.
All utility vehicles with an open back.
Or a closed back.
Yeah, it has a
canopy. We call it. I don't know if that's
We
the
don't
same in
know.
other parts of the world.
And it could have a canopy. It could be a double cab, but it's all, we just call them bakkies, or a double cab bakkie.
And that is actually an Afrikaans word, but even English people in South Africa call them bakkies.
Yeah, we won't say a van. A van would be another word.
A van or a utility. I think in Australia they call them utes,
Okay, I don't
which
know.
is short for utility vehicle.
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
We'll say, "Oh, shame." If somebody says, my mother's not feeling very well, I'll say, "Oh, shame.
Yeah.
That's sad."
Yes,
And
shame,
apparently that doesn't mean the same in other parts of the
Yes,
world.
because I think shame is a bad thing.
Yes, shaming.
And we use ja a lot. So ja, I think, is like the American yeah. That would be like ja, and it means in Afrikaans it's an affirmative, like yes. But we use it not only to say yes, and sometimes it's just at the end of a sentence.
We interject it into our language,
Yeah,
into our daily language. Another thing that we'll say is it? Is it? An English person will say, "Really? Is it?"
Yeah.
And Afrikaans people will say,
Is it?
so it's a very short little, and it's an exclamation.
Yeah, I think of surprise. Another word that we use at the end of sentences a lot is the word hey. So, Belinda, this is nice shoes, hey?
Yes. Or we'll say, "Did you have a good day, hey?"
Yes. It's just like in Afrikaans we have a word na, and we also use it like that. It's
At the
it
end
says
of a
nothing,
sentence.
but you always interject it there. And then we have how's it? How's it? How's it is how are you doing? But we just say how's it? Or Afrikaans people will say who's it?
We actually don't even say "how are you doing." We actually say "how's it?" like "hi there."
Bliksem. Bliksem is a very Afrikaans word.
But all English people
No,
understand
yes.
it.
So, but bliksem is kind of like a swear word or a curse word, but it also in Afrikaans means
Lightning
stream. Yeah, the lightning streak. But we will use it as a noun, as a verb,
Yes.
as a descriptive
Yeah,
word.
it's a very descriptive Afrikaans
So,
word.
if I'm mad at someone, I'll call them a bliksem.
But you can also bliksem them. That means that you will fight with them.
Chommy. Chommy is a word like friend, but a good friend. So someone that you get along very well with. So Belinda will be my chommy, but I think it's more the younger people that use the word still.
Yeah, because I don't call him my chommy.
No, I'll never
But
say it.
if you think about Gina and Anna,
Yeah,
they call each other chommy.
yes.
Hey, chommy.
They
Yeah,
do.
so it's a very, it's like a pet name,
A term of
almost.
endearment for them. Yeah.
Term of endearment.
I'll ask my
definitely.
son, where's your chommy? And that would be his friend. Cuz, my cuz. That comes from cousin, but it's not your
Doesn't
cousin.
mean cousin.
It could be your cousin, I think.
But hey, my cuz, it's usually, "Hi, my friend."
Yeah. Another thing that the boys would call each other, I think more than the girls,
Yes.
is be boot. Now, boet in Afrikaans is another word for broer,
Brother.
and that means brother. So that is also like my chommy or my
Yes.
cuz.
Hey, boet.
Hey, boet. And but it's more a male thing, because
Yes.
my husband would call another strange, like Belinda's son, well, not that he does it, but that would be the kind of situation, like
Yes.
hi, boet. Because it's a term of I like you, you're a cool
Yes,
guy.
it's not a horrible term.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Babbelas. Babbelas is a hangover, but it's an Afrikaans word. I suppose it came from somewhere else anyway, because it doesn't sound like a true Afrikaans word. But babbelas means you have a terrible hangover.
But English people will often say, "Oh, I'm hanging today," which means Matilda and I don't hang. We hang together,
Yeah.
which means the same, I think, in your country. If you've got a headache at work or whatever, somebody will say to you, "Are you hanging today?" And it literally means, "Have you got a hangover?
Yeah, a babbelas.
Have you got a babbelas?"
Okay, now for food words that we use that you won't know. Other people in the world, English-speaking people, calls it ground beef. We call it mince or mincemeat, but mostly just mince.
Mince.
It comes from minced, I think,
Minced
meat, but
meat,
we
yeah.
don't even put the...
No, we don't even say minced, and we don't say meat.
So, biscuits. And we've seen on TV that we didn't know this before, that biscuits in the USA is kind of a breakfast crumpet scone thing. We have no
Yes.
idea. We haven't been there, so we don't know what it is. And in England, a biscuit, what would that be?
I don't know. I
you
think
have
they would
biscuits?
say cookie
A cookie, yeah. So
in England.
we have, it's a hard, sweet thing that you can dunk in your
You
tea.
can dip
or
in your tea or coffee.
So we call it a biscuit.
But if you say cookie, then that means the same as biscuit. And the Afrikaans for biscuit is cookies.
Okay, boerewors. Okay, boere in South Africa, they are farmers, and wors is sausage. So it's a specific, I think, kind of sausage, but we call most sausages boerewors, but not
Not your pork sausages,
pork sausages and
English, those little English sausages.
yes,
We know what those are.
yes,
But we have a braai in South Africa, which I think is referred to in the US as a cookout, and in other parts of the world as a barbecue.
yes,
So in South Africa, we don't barbecue, we braai.
yes.
And everybody knows what a braai is.
We never we don't say any other word. We even have a braai day.
Yes, a National Braai Day, actually National Heritage Day, but we all braai.
Yes.
So it's again a verb and it's a noun.
Yes.
And when you braai wort. We don't even always say boerewors, we just say wort.
Yes, but then you know it's that type of wors.
Yes, it's a specific sausage, and it comes in a long sausage, and it's twirled up. The butcher will twirl it up
and
for
then
you, and you cut off how much you need, or you just do the whole lot.
Yes, and there's usually mince inside the
Yes,
boerewors.
it's minced meat inside. Well, it's basically a sausage.
Yes, it is a sausage.
Yeah, just looks different. I've never seen those kind of sausages in other parts of the world. Because the other sausages have a beginning and an end. Ours is sort of endless.
Yes, yeah.
I was chatting to somebody the other day, and they come from Australia, and they say that in Australia, even the Indians don't have bunny chow. Well, we thought that was a very Indian thing.
Yes.
Because in South Africa, at most Indian restaurants, you can order bunny chow. But I must say, it's more like a takeaway
Yes,
kind of meal.
Yeah, it's not a sit down or fancy.
No,
or
it's not
anything.
fancy.
Yeah.
So what it is they cut a loaf of bread in half, and then they hollow out the bread so that you're left with the crust, and they fill it with
curry.
mince.
Yes. Another cool Afrikaans word that we all use is BAKGAT. BAKGAT means cool. You're very cool, nice, lots of different things that it can mean.
Yeah, because somebody can be BAKGAT and then they oulik.
Yes. And now that Belinda said shop, I think that comes from some of the other cultures in our country that
Yes.
started to use it as a thumbs up.
Yes.
Yeah. How's it going? Shop, thanks.
I'm
we
good.
all use it. Yeah, I'm good.
And everybody understands this in South Africa.
Yes.
It doesn't mean I'm looking for a lift.
No.
Or it could be.
But
Very
mostly
confusing. If somebody asks you, how are you? I'm shop.
yes.
Or ek is BAKGAT.
I would say granadilla. Belinda says,
Granadilla.
yeah, but actually I learned today it's passion fruit.
Matilda had no idea because we were coming together with our different lists of South Africanisms, and in other parts of the world they have passion fruit. We don't have passion fruit. We have a granadilla vine.
I've heard of passion fruit, but I thought it was something else that I've never knew.
No,
Yeah.
it's granadilla.
Well, now I know.
So we're very posh, I think, to say granadilla.
Yes, very. NAARTJIEs. It's like a lemon, like an orange, but easy to peel. It doesn't taste quite the same. Is it a mandarin?
A mandarin or a clementine.
Yes.
I think in other parts of the world they have different names for those all, and we are beginning to see that as we import fruit from other parts of the world. You'll see it's a clementine from whatever. We just say, oh, shame. It's a NAARTJIE. And lychees. We didn't know that it was called a lychee. My daughter was home now from Oman, and she said, they call it lychees in other parts of the world. No, guys, it's a lychee.
Well, one thing that can be very confusing in South Africa is chips. Chips can be lots of things. It could be fries or it could be crisps, and we specify a slop chip that is like a wobbly fry, a long.
It's almost like mushy.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, almost mushy. It's very soft, and the chips are not defined.
Yeah.
Almost, they sort of
Slop.
slop. Well, we all know what slop is, but
That's
how would
a
we? It's like not a firm chip.
A floppy chip.
Yes, it's not crisply fried.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, but I do.
Oh,
I
it's
love
very
it.
nice.
Yes, especially
nice.
if you put a bit of tomato sauce, ketchup for some of you,
Ketchup.
and ketchup.
Ketchup,
You see,
not
It's
ketchup.
Afrikaans
You
because
ketchup
it's
with
spelled ketchup.
K-E-T.
Yes, but you see that's Afrikaans people pronounce things weird. And
We don't have
vinegar.
ketchup.
No, we have
tomato
sauce. Yeah.
And then we also have the like McDonald's fries, which are more crispy and then more defined. And chips is also, it comes in a packet, and it's those potatoes that most of the world calls crisps.
Lekker is a very lekker, nice term to use in South Africa. It means nice, good, fantastic, maybe a bit fantastic, maybe not so good. It can mean a lot of things. But I would say lekker.
And I would say lekker. So it's a much flatter sound with me. Matilda will roll her R's.
Yeah.
So a candy would be a candy cane, those red and white striped candy canes that you decorate the Christmas tree with, or you have around Christmas.
Yeah, and we know candy floss.
And candy floss, but all other stuff is sweets.
Sweets, yeah.
We call it sweets.
Yeah.
And I think in other parts of the world, sweets can be cakes and things like that, but we don't say that.
No.
Cakes are cakes, and cupcakes and cookies
Yeah.
can also be cake.
Yes.
But a sweet is
Candy.
candy.
Yeah.
If you're driving and you come to the circle, other parts of the world, they have traffic circles or roundabouts. For us, a roundabout is a thing that you find in a park.
Yes, on a playground, and
On a playground.
that you play with that goes around. It's a roundabout.
Yes.
We go to the circle. Another very weird thing is we call a traffic light a robot. I know that sounds very silly.
It even sounds silly to
Yeah.
us now.
Yeah, because we've gotten used to speaking more about using the term traffic lights
yeah.
more. And but even Afrikaans people would say, "Jy gaan tot by die robot."
So it's the
So
robots.
Okay, so we fill our cars at the petrol station. So you fill up either with petrol or diesel, but at the petrol station. We don't use gas. Gas is something else.
Gas is something that you would use
For cooking. Yes, yeah, we don't do. And then we also say you can, in Afrikaans, I would say you could go to the garage.
Yes, the garage, I would say garage.
I'll say garage.
And a garage is on your house where you park your car.
As well, yeah.
But the garage can also be down the road, which other people would say that's the fuel station.
Yeah, or a filling station. So lounging isn't something you do outside by the pool. You do that as well, yeah.
We do that as well.
But a lounge is
A room.
a living room where we are now. We're sitting in the lounge, you have people over, and then you have tea in the lounge.
And in your lounge in South Africa, you have a couch. And chairs.
Yes, and that's all we have. We don't have sofas and love
Armchairs.
seats.
We don't have all those fancy names. We just have chairs and couches. Chairs are for single bums and couches are for multiple bums.
Yes.
And in our house as well, we have cupboards. So we have a clothing cupboard where you hang your clothes. We have a cupboard under the sink that you put your toiletries in. We have kitchen cupboards where you put all your kitchen things in. And we have grocery cupboards.
Yes. Makes
We
perfect
didn't
sense.
know that you had wardrobes and closets
I had no idea.
and kitchen cabinets.
And if I speak of a wardrobe, that would be your season's clothing for me as well.
Yes.
I'd never thought
Talking
of it
about
as
the actual outfits.
Yes, it wouldn't have been a space. If we say we're going to the shops, we're going to any shop. It could be to the mall, it could be to anywhere where you buy something.
Groceries,
Groceries, anything, it would be we are going to the shops.
So we very seldom say I'm going shopping.
Yeah.
Our colloquialism is I'm going to the shops. So cool drink is anything cold that you drink in South Africa. So I'll say to Matilda, would you like a cool drink? And then she will say to me, do you have fruit juice? Do you have Oros usually, because that's, like a mixer drink?
Yes, our favourite mixer drink.
And she'll say, do you have a Coke or whatever?
Yes.
So she will ask me what I have, but I'll say, do you want a cool drink?
Mm. Yeah, we don't have sodas.
We don't have soda.
No, a soda, if I hear the word soda, it seems like laundry something to me.
Yes, or bicarbonates of
Soda,
soda.
something like that.
And then in South Africa, we don't very often use the word safari. So that's definitely something that people coming to Africa use. We will say we're going on a game drive.
Because a safari sounds like this big major thing.
Expedition.
Like Livingston or something, and you need a hat and things. And a game drive is just to get on the open vehicle and you see animals.
So whenever we hear Americans especially saying they're going on a safari, it just sounds too big for us because they literally mean they're going to go for a drive around a game park.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're going on an expedition.
So this brings us to the part that we are quite interested in, and that is different items of clothing and references to clothing items that are different in South Africa than the rest of the world. So we wear tackies. So I don't know if you can see, my
Tackies.
my trainers, I think they're called trainers in the UK, and what are
Sneakers.
Sneakers in America, but we just call them tacky.
Blockies or slops. I think
Show them yours.
Yes, I have.
Maybe take it off.
Yes.
So
This
it's
is
a flip-flop.
Yes, a flip-flop is something that you just slide your foot in, and sometimes it comes over your one toe or all of your toes.
Between your
toe, yeah, and that would be a blockie or a slop. Denim jeans or jeans, we used to call them just denims. So I have my denim on today.
Me too.
Yeah. And we wouldn't wear jeans. We knew what a denim jean was, but we just said denim.
And a jersey, this is specifically prevalent in the winter because we wear jerseys in winter. And
Yeah,
I think other people refer to a specific fabric as jersey fabric.
yeah,
But for us, it was the actual item.
anything knitted could be a jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. And a costume is also something that we wear to the beach.
Yes.
It can refer to a full costume or a bikini, or even men wear costumes.
Yeah.
We also have a colloquialism.
Especially for it, we say COZZIE.
A COZZIE. Are you taking your COZZIE to the beach?
This we didn't realize nobody else in the world used. I thought it was just an older version that's faded away. But we use the term ski pants for leggings, for any length, short, whatever.
The cycling shorts were ski pants.
Ski pants.
And the long ones that came to our ankles, ski pants. And there were even 3/4 ones
Yes,
sometimes.
and then you must remember we don't ski. We never see snow. We'll just do water skiing, but not in those ski pants.
No, never. And another thing that we do is we wear Alice bands. So everywhere at the moment, the headband is having its moments and is being revived, and everybody's wearing headbands. We would refer to that as Alice bands.
Do you think it's because of Alice in Wonderland and she wore...
Possibly.
That's all I can think.
I wonder if it was called an Alice band in other parts of the world. Maybe you can let us know.
Yes.
We'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching our South African colloquialism video. This has been a bit fun to do.
I enjoyed it.
We will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.